deadlift is one of the greatest exercises of them all, but only if you avoid these spinal crushing mistakes. I've dissected techniques from elite powerlifters, coaches, and biomechanics experts. This is everything conventional tutorials leave out. The conventional deadlift primarily works the posterior chain. That includes your glutes, hamstrings, and spinal erectors. Your lats, traps, forearms, and core are heavily engaged for stability and control. Quads contribute off the floor, and the deadlift is one of the best exercises for total body coordination and brute strength. Start by attaching a weightlifting belt, which can give you around 0 to 15% added weight if you know how to use it. Then approach the bar. Stand with your feet hip-width apart, toes slightly turned out, about 15 degrees. The bar should cut directly through the middle of your foot. Imagine it slicing through your shoelaces. This will center your balance so the weight doesn't pull you forward or backward. Reach down by pushing your hips back like you're trying to close a car door with your butt. Keep your knees slightly bent and your shins straight. With arms straight, hands just outside your shins. Not wider, that shortens your arms and forces you to pull from a weaker position. Now grip the bar, double overhand for balance, mixed grip, that is one palm facing you, one away for heavier pulls, switch hands each set, or hook grip for pure power, and straps if your grip is the limiting factor. Your shoulders should be slightly in front of the bar. If they're behind it, your hips are too low. And your hip crease should be higher than your knees, but lower than your shoulders. It's okay to have your back rounded at this stage. Set your foundation. This is where most people rush. With your hands on the bar, push your shins forward into the bar. Do not pull the bar toward your shins. Take a deep 360-degree breath. Fill your belly, sides, and lower back. Then brace your core like you're bracing for a punch. At the same time, you should lock your pillar. Stack your ribs directly over your hips. No arching your lower back or puffing your chest. Imagine rotating your pelvis until your belt buckle aims at your chin. Also, at the same time, engage your back armor. Pull your shoulder blades back and down. Now, activate your lats by thinking about bending the bar around your shins, or imagine squeezing oranges in your armpits as you rotate your elbows backwards. This keeps the bar glued to your body. Screw feet outward into the floor while keeping toes planted to activate your glutes and stabilize pelvis. And just before lifting, apply tension, pull up on the bar just enough to hear a soft click as the plates settle. You should feel your hamstrings, glutes, and lats light up. This removes slack in the bar and your body, turning you into a coiled spring. I know this is a lot to do in one move, but here is how it's done together. At this point, spinal and core stabilizers are braced like a tank. Lats and upper back are locked down tight. Glutes and hamstrings are loaded springs ready to fire. Quads are driving into the floor. Forearms are crushing the bar, and you're ready for a liftoff. Then drive with your legs. Push your feet through the floor like your leg pressing the earth. Your arms are just steel cables connecting you to the bar. Zero bending. Keep the bar dragging up your shins and thighs. If it drifts forward, you're putting a lot more strain on your back. Finish with your hips. As the bar passes your knees, drive your hips forward like you're proud of your lift. Stand tall at the top. Hips and knees fully extended, chest up. No leaning back, no shrugging. That strains your spine. Just own the weight. Then lower with control. Reverse the motion, push hips back first, letting the bar slide down your thighs. Only bend knees after the bar clears them. Touch the plates to the floor like you're setting down fine china. No bouncing. Reset completely before the next rep. And that's your perfect deadlift. Now, even with perfect form, deadlifts can expose muscle weak points or leverage limitations. The solution? Smart variations. For example, if your lower back tires first or feels strained, switching to a trap bar deadlift shifts the load to your sides. reducing spinal stress by 25% while keeping it a powerhouse movement. Just stand centered in the frame and drive through your heels. If you're weak off the floor, that agonizing grind where the bar barely budges, try pause deadlifts. Lift the bar just 1 inch off the ground, freeze for 2 full seconds, eliminating momentum. Then explode upward. This forces your quads and glutes to work harder through that stubborn sticking point. Struggling to lock out at the top, your glutes might be slacking. Blast them with heavy hip thrusts after your deadlift sessions. Lockouts demand powerful hip extension, which is pure glute territory. Notice your hips shooting up too early, turning your pull into a stiff-legged mess? Doing Romanian deadlifts will fix that. Lower the weight slowly for 4 seconds with minimal knee bend, teaching your hamstrings to control the hinge and stay patient off the floor. And if you've got a long torso or short arms, testing a sumo stance could be the way to go. It's not cheating, it's biomechanics. With heels wider than shoulders and toes at 45 degrees, you'll stand more upright, matching your leverages to move bigger weight safely. The most common mistake is rounding your back. It turns your spine into a twisted rope, crushing discs and risking nerve damage. Research shows just 20 degrees of flexion under load spikes injury risk by 5x. Instead, set rigidity before pulling. Drive ribs down, pelvis up, belt buckle to chin, brace like a tank. If back rounds mid-lift, dump the weight. Your form's not ready for that load. Also, often see hands placed too close to shins. So when you pull, your arms are in the way of your legs, so your arms start bending, which can cause bicep treats. Instead, grip just outside your shins and lock your elbows like steel cables. Another one is hips rising faster than chest, which shifts the lift to your lower back, overloading erectors while robbing leg drive. Instead, push and pull simultaneously. Legs drive the floor while chest lifts. Visualize a car jack rising evenly, hips, shoulders ascend together. I recommend filming with a side view. If hips lead, deload 20% and try again. And lastly, doing them all at the same time. Which of these mistakes have you caught yourself doing? Drop a comment below and let me know.
Check out these videos if you want to learn more. Till next time, veriði sæl.